StormSmart has dependable custom hurricane protection products, hurricane screens, accordion shutters, aluminum roll-down shutters, flood mitigation systems. Because protected beats lucky every time. Be safe, be smart, be StormSmart.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by StormSmart. Protect every opening of your home.
Well, hello, everybody. Look who's back again. Meteorologist Allie Blake in for Dennis Phillips. This is night 3 of me on DPL. We might have it be ABL soon. I kind of like the sound of that. Maybe I get that in the background. Don't worry, I'm just here temporarily while Dennis is on spring break. I'm so excited to be back with you guys again. It is St. Patrick's Day, and don't worry, if you saw me tonight during the news, I was wearing green. I know it's hard to tell. This is my green dress. But I am wearing red now because my NC State Wolfpack tonight are playing at a play-in game for March Madness. If you know anything about basketball, we got absolutely hosed this year. We should have been in the tournament, not having to play in. I digress. Hopefully we win tonight and we don't have to worry about it. But I'm so happy to be with you guys. What have you guys done for St. Patrick's Day? And how are you dealing with the cold? We're going to get to all of that today because I can tell you that it is chilly out there. I went and walked my dog this morning. I also had a little tummy ache and I was like, I am just not feeling this cold. But I'm happy to see you guys all starting to join on in. Hello, Mary from Lealman, Debbie from Riverview. Hi, Dave. Hello. Hi, Fernando. Hi, Sandy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Paul, and yes, Anna Maria, we are in a loop. We are back and we are happy to have all of you guys here. Squirrel. I love that comment. That's funny. But it's nice to see everyone here on both platforms, and we will see also the chat on both. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. I'm here, and I'm here to give you guys a nice little chat about what's going on. But first, we are going to go to question of the day. And I love to go to question of the day because I always think it's a fun little way to start. And we're going to go full screen for question of the day. So today's question is, what did you do for St. Patrick's Day? You know, I know a lot of people are on spring break, so they're off, like Dennis. Maybe celebrated St. Patrick's Day over the weekend, which is totally okay. I can tell you for myself, I went to River O Green. I'll show you a picture of that. I'm going to show you my last year's picture. I went this year, but I didn't get a picture of myself there. But I had a lot of fun, and it was cool to see the river turn green as always. It didn't seem as busy this year, but it could have just been the time that I went versus the time last year. From work, me too, Ren. That's where I am, at work right now. I really wanted to get a green donut from Krispy Kreme today, but my stomach just was not feeling good. It's feeling fine now. I probably am hungry and just need to eat. But unfortunately, I left my dinner at home, which is a big bummer. So if you hear my stomach growling, I apologize in advance. This morning I meal prepped chicken parm, and I was so excited to eat this chicken parm, and I left it at home. But the good thing is I live within 10 minutes of the station, so as soon as DPL is over tonight, I will be eating that chicken parm. Let's see what else people are saying. Hello, Daniel from Elfers, checking in. Eddie from Seminole. Hello, Seminole. Hello, Dominique. I am going to put me and the screen together. Let me do that real quick. So again, yeah, what did you guys do for St. Patrick's Day? Feel free to tell me in the happy you like it. You know, you could find the good in everything. I still am not the best. Hello, Zephyr Hills. Happy it's a little bit of both. Hi, Tanner. I hope you've been doing well. State, go Pack. I do want to show you guys. I know I'm done. I was at River Oak Green. It's so warm outside. If you've never been to River Oak Green, says grab a Milky Way bar from Dennis's drawer. You know, I'm not a big Milky Way fan, but maybe I should go get one. Someone had fiber optic installed. Hey, there you go. Making sourdough bread, someone said for today. Can you make me some sourdough bread? That's something I want to learn how to do. And I'm, you know, it's on my life goal and agenda. I want to say, guys, though, so you see me at River Oak Green. So here at Tampa Bay 28, we're trying to get more of our meteorologists in the field. I love being in the community anyways. So if you guys have any events coming up, or maybe you want someone to talk at your school, your children's school, maybe your church, your synagogue, you name it, maybe an event, a fair, and you want me, Dennis, Greg, Jason, or Shay to be there, send us an email. We'd love to get you in. I mean, we have all the time in the world, and we love to be out in the community. I love to go to different festivals and see you guys. My dream one day is to throw out the first pitch, though, at a baseball game. It doesn't matter what, but if any of you guys have any contacts with any of the spring trainings here, minors, that's my goal for one day. The Rays would be fantastic. I know Dennis has done it before. That's my life goal. But in the meantime, we are going to go to our first break, and I'm going to roll right ahead, and you guys will be right back. All right, we are in our first break, friends. How are you guys doing? Well, you need to cover some plants. On YouTube, I'll say, if you want to cover your plants, you have to tell me where you are. Oh, Zephyr Hills. Sorry, I forgot that from earlier. I think you'll be okay. Here's the thing. Because of the winds, we're not going to see as much of the frost and freeze alerts. I think we'll be protected in a lot of aspects, which will be good. So we won't have to worry about that as much. I'm going to take a sip of my Diet Coke. We got the DC in the house tonight, Diet Coke. Let's see how we're doing on time in terms of the break till we're back on air. 45 seconds. Woo, halfway done. Debbie Jock said there were storms and cold in Sebring the past few days. I know. Hi, Rosie from Plant City. Hello. Linda said she worked and came home and cooked supper. Just another day, girl. I feel you. Usually when I don't work nights, that's what I do. Good evening, Anna Maria. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for saying hi to our friends. Hi from Homosassa. Hi, Karen. Anyone else in here in the chat? Talk to me. I'd love to hear you guys. Thank you, Bill, for saying I do a good job. We're back from break. We have 9 seconds, so woo! We are getting closer to going back, and we're going to talk a little bit about the weather once we get back from break officially. And we're also going to be able to bracket on today's show, which will be really cool to see. Are we back from break? We are. Hello, everybody. Hello on the TV airwaves. Meteorologist Allie Blake in for Dennis Phillips for Allie Blake Live. Dennis Phillips Live. They keep letting me back here. I don't know why they keep letting me talk to you guys, because they probably are just in the back like, please don't say anything creepy, or just out of the woods or out of left field. But, you know, I'm here, unfiltered, and we're here to have fun. And guess what? I got the band button. I love making the noise of it. I haven't had a which has been good. To the weather. We're going to look at this sun. It is absolutely phenomenal. Just look at this. I mean, it is gorgeous out there. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this real quick because it is so stunning. I mean, we're just so lucky, you know, that we just get such beautiful sunsets at night. And you guys, if you're seeing beautiful sunsets, tell me where exactly you're seeing them. Yesterday, I got so many great sunset photos. I love seeing all of them from all of your backyards. You guys are all junior meteorologists too, whether you want to be or not. I am knighting you, giving you the knighting ability as the junior meteorologist. But again, look at that, sun's colder outside. That's just It kind of matches my red jacket, my red sweatshirt for NC State. Beautiful, Dominique, yes. It's a real pretty one, Mary. Yep, you make me sound like I'm back in North Carolina. I have a little, I don't really have that much of a twang. I say y'all, that's really about it. But yeah, our condo is facing west directly with the pond. I'm sure that's gorgeous. I am gonna move it off the sunset, so take your last little look. It's 58 degrees though, guys. It is freezing. For us Floridians, it is cold out there. I know some of our places, maybe from out of town, in the 50s. Yeah, we are not this time of year. It is cold for us. And I know that we're used to cold snaps, but I will never get over the 50s. You know, when I first moved here, I was like, oh, 50s, that's not bad. Nope, cold for me. I'm not a fan. And I will say that we will see air continue to be on the milder side. It's also a bit windy out there. We have seen gusts continue out of the north at about 20 miles per hour throughout the day. I don't know if any of you guys, let me know if you were driving. I could tell you that I could feel my car, and I have a mid-size SUV, I could feel it being blown around a little bit, which I didn't love. Someone said, can I hear it sizzle? I don't know. Hi from Brooksville. I love this weather, Mary. You can have the weather. I'm going to give it to you. But again, the winds have made also the seas look a little rougher. Most of us are sitting in the 50s tonight, upper 50s, some low 60s in portions of Hardee, Highlands, DeSoto County. But we're now at 52 in Crystal River. Those temperatures, once that sun sets, are going to absolutely plummet. So keep that in mind. We'll likely see that colder air continue. Yes, the sun's about to set. It's 56 degrees right now here in Tampa. And think about it. In Denver, Colorado, it's 71. It is 71 in Boise, Idaho. And in Seattle, it's almost the same temperature as it is right here. Isn't that crazy to think about? It's just so cold. Janet says, summer, please. Me too, Miss Janet. Hello, Teresa from Hudson. Yes, that sunrise or sunset is beautiful. We're going to keep looking at the beautifulness, and we are going to go soon to live radar, which, spoiler alert, there is nothing going on. We just have been so nice and dry. After yesterday's front pass through, that's exactly what we get right here. Yeah, and we just continue to see really nice skies. Now, the air is really dry. If you haven't been outside, chapstick is your friend. This is I like my Tarte Melt Mask. It does kind of moisturize. If you have a favorite chapstick or moisturizer in the comments, let me know. I always love to hear what other people use too, because the air is just so dry. It is not doing us any favors out there. That is for sure. And you can see across the whole country, it's because that cold front really dipped on through. It's off the East Coast. Portions of far south Florida are still seeing a little bit of the rain and a little bit of that wetter weather. But look, our friends to the north of us could even see some snow. Donna said it's not cold outside. Well, that's your opinion. I think it's cold. Michael said it's 22 here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You had snow this morning. I am not surprised. Now, Eric, yes, the pollen is out of control. The pollen has been bad, and it's only going to get worse because I don't think we'll see very much rain for the time being. But I want to show you guys this, and I'm going to full screen it because you need to see what we could get to tomorrow. And this is just how chilly we get in the Bay Area. Electric blanket night. Yes, I actually have an electric blanket, fun fact, that I have at the station. It's in the back, and when I get cold, I use it. But I've only ever really used the heated blanket and the heater once, and I was sick. I actually ended up having a fever. So sometimes I get nervous when I use it because I'm like, am I cold or am I sick? I can't get sick. I'm filling in this week. Freezing in Venice. Carroll County, Maryland had a tornado last night. I know. It wasn't big, which is good. We don't want to see that, but I know that we've had some stuff. Oh, he messaged me the sourdough flavors. I will be, after this DPL, I'm going to be seeing all the sourdough flavors because I love me some sourdough bread. Hello, Marie. Good to see you. And continue with the forecast. And then after the forecast, we're going to go to our break. So if you need hot coffee, hot blanket, hot jacket, heat on, that's what you're going to need. Dinner maybe, but it's that time of year. It's back. Then like friend Just from we'll keep back over the next few days after the fact. Look, we'll eventually get back into the upper 70s. And I think by the weekend, we're looking great. We have so many things. Again, March Madness here in Tampa, Valspar, spring training ball, spring break, people going on cruises, people going to the beach. It will start to look a lot better when the time we finally get there. And after this, I think it'll also show rain chances, which continue to remain low. Now, we can see barely any rain over the next few days, and we still need it. We got some good rain yesterday, but our drought monitor can always take some rain. Now, in a lot of spots, our deficit is almost a foot of rain, and I'm just going to tell you that a foot of rain in some spots. Now, we're not going to get that, but we could at least see some slow but steady improvements. I'll take that. Kevin said really big other cold areas coming our way, and I'm warm. I think that we're going to be okay. Maybe it tries to push one the last weekend in March, but I think that we might not be as cold as we are right now. I mean, still up in the air. We still have a lot of time in between the two. I know, Kurt, let's get back to this normal weather again. We would like to get there. And that full 7-day forecast, though, you can see the full screen. We're back into the 70s as we get into this week, 80s by the weekend. No real rain chances, my friends. I am going to go now back to me in the studio, and then we're going to go back to break. Again, cheers to you guys at home if you're still hanging around when we get back. I think we're going to build a bracket, unless you have some other questions. We'll be right back. Hello, friends. Perfect winter for the first day of spring. Yeah, you're not wrong. The first day of spring is coming up this weekend. We're getting really close. I'm right with you. Ready to get rid of air because it is not my... Finally looking in here. Sourdough? That sounds interesting. I've only the chocolate ones. You said the double chocolate espresso. Make that. How do you learn how to make that? That's what I want to know for you, Ren. Maybe I can buy some from you. Maybe season, especially. I'm a big bread lover. I love to go to local markets too, especially. This has the sourdough bread, and I always go get it. I'm probably overpaying. Folks, Tom said he's hibernating at home. Anyways, enjoying St. Patrick's Day inside for his house. Oh, that's fun. Always a cool down before Easter. That's true. Julian Sandoval said they're going up, up, up. You know, Dennis likes the K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched the movie. I thought it was cute. I would sing it, but we'd get fined for copyright, and on air we can't do that, so that's okay. We are back from break. Hello. Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. Meteorologist Allie Blake here for you guys, having some fun, at least on this Tuesday night. And yes, it's cold outside. Unfortunately, I brought the colder weather with me, even though I absolutely hate the cold. But we are going to have some fun now. I talked about yesterday how I want to build my bracket. My team is playing tonight at 9. Actually, I've been looking at the updates. There's a play-in game right now. I'm a big sports fan. And halftime right now, so if some of you may have started your brackets, some of you guys might be waiting for the play-ins to be over. Right now, Howard is up against UMBC, 49-41. I lived in Baltimore, and I lived in Baltimore County and Baltimore City, so I'm a UMBC fan. Fun fact, I'm going to start my bracket, and we're going to do it together. Most years when I do a bracket, the team that I usually pick to win it all gets out first. So maybe that's not the best idea, but, you know, it's okay. I remember that year UMBC beat Virginia as the 16 seed against the number 1. I picked Virginia to win it all because I knew somebody on the team, though, on the Virginia team. And one day I'll have to show you that picture. He plays in the NBA now. He's not a big name, but Jay Huff. He was from Durham. I went to a party. It was a Fellowship Christian Athletes Party when I was a senior, even though I'm Jewish, but you know, I celebrate all cultures, and I love that I get invited to these things. And he was there, and he was very tall. So that was kind of cool. Chris said Chasco Fiesta Saturday in Newport Richey. That sounds really fun. What does that entail? I'll have to look that up unless you tell me here. Let's see what else we got. Took a sourdough making class at Armature Works. I need to take one of those. Not me talking to Vegas. Hey, I don't do any bets. Because I'm not into that. I just do this thing. But we're gonna start making my bracket, and I'm gonna have you guys help me in the comments, and you guys on TV. We're gonna do it together today and tomorrow, because Thursday, you know, is the big day. So I am going to go ahead and have you guys help me here, because I think that would be kind of fun. And we're gonna go with the first pick here, and we'll go from there. You see all the picks on the board. I don't know if you filled out your bracket yet, but I was like, you know what, we're gonna start to do mine here. So we're gonna start from the beginning, and I'm gonna start on the east side. You see my cursor right here. And we're gonna go ahead and do our picks. And you guys at home, I want you to chime in the comments, tell me who you think, tell me who you don't think. Kurt said start picking losers. You know what, maybe I should make a bracket with all upsets, and then we'll just continue to track it throughout March Madness. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Maybe. I think it would be, at least. But I'm going to do something realistic, and then we'll check in, at least on Friday and Thursday, on how we're doing as a team. Michael said, he said UC Knights coming to Philadelphia for the first round. You know what? I feel pretty good about UCF, so I'm going to pick them. I know I haven't seen some people pick UCLA over them, but I'm going to do that. You know, usually we're going to, actually, you know, we'll start with the bottom right here. We have UConn and Furman. So I will say I had a lot of friends go to Furman because I'm from North Carolina, and their campus is gorgeous in South Carolina. It's small. I remember the one year Furman had the upset, but I'm going to pick UConn because they are just so good. We're going to go up a notch. Michigan State, I feel like, always heats up in March. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're going to pick them. You guys still let me know in the comments. I want to know who you guys think I should pick too. Next one, we're going with our USF Bulls because, come on, guys, we got to support our hometown team. I'm so excited for them to do well. Again, we'll move up the bracket. I'm going to pick Kansas because they're traditional blue blood. I feel like they tend to do pretty well. Kevin says UConn. And what else do you guys say? I know my Kentucky people, you're still in these comments like you normally are. And I know you usually tell me to pick, you know, those Cats. I plan on doing so. I'm going to pick St. John's because I feel like that's just a safe pick. Duke, I feel like Duke's going to go pretty far. But we have Ohio State and TCU. You know, they say the 8 and the 9 is traditionally a toss-up. That looked like me doing the 6-7 right there. Am I like one of those cool kids? I'm just too old, I feel like, to know what that means or to be funny about it. Michael says, I remember when Villanova, when Pope Leo did go there. Kevin says St. John's. Kevin says Louisville, too. Ren says he knows nothing about, that's okay. You don't have to know anything about basketball for it to just be fun. You know, you just pick the teams as you go. I feel like that's sometimes the best. Late, but here for the brackets, Julie. I'm going to pick Ohio State. I don't know anyone that went to TCU. I know people that went to Ohio State, though, so we'll just do that for now. I'm going to go this whole side of the bracket, and then after that, we're going to go to break. But Duke, Ohio State, you guys know I'm from Durham, North Carolina, so I know that Duke does pretty well. And whatnot. I also, fun fact, the year John Shire, the coach of Duke's team, went and won the national championship for Duke, I went to an autograph signing, and I have a picture with them when I was young, even though I am an NC State fan. I'm going to have them playing St. John's because I feel like that's the upset. While I really want to pick USF, I got to be realistic, guys. I'm going to go with Michigan State. I know, hockey is better. I do love hockey, too. You can love both. The car show, downtown Newport Richey, that's also fun. Hi, Jesse. But after this, I'm going to go with UConn, too. We're going to finish this side. I just feel like UConn, but Michigan State just heats up so well in March. I'm going to go UConn playing Duke, but I'm going to have Duke taking it in this side of the bracket. We're going to fill out the next side of the bracket pretty soon. I'm going to have me show up, too, with the internet right here. Right before we go to break, guys, we have one side of our bracket done, and we're going to fill out the next side after this. But don't worry, because tomorrow we're going to fill out the other side here on DPL, but I want you guys to be here in the meantime. We'll be right back. All right, we are in our next break. Let's see what you guys say. Sunday from 8:30 a.m. till 3 p.m. Baseball is the best. Anna Maria, you're a Yankees fan. You got to be a Rays fan. Fun fact, Anna Maria, though, when I was younger, so I was born in New York, but I only lived there for 1 year. My parents were from New York, well, New York and New Jersey. And I know a lot of people like to hate on the New Yorkers here, but I was born in Brooklyn, and I dressed up as Derek Jeter for Halloween for many years until I remembered that I am a girl when I was like 4, and then I decided to be a princess. But I was Derek Jeter from when I was 2 and I was 1 for Halloween. Got that Diet Coke. Corey from St. Pete. Hello, St. Pete. I love St. Pete. Upsetter Lehigh Valley's Mountain Hawks from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. They might do some damage. I believe that. Jody, hello from Palm Harbor. Go Cubbies. I know Cubs fans here too. We'll see what else is going on. Let's see how much time. We have 19 seconds left back in the break. And then we are going to do the other side of the bracket. We're going to go with the South because the South has our Florida Gators. Doing great with the breaks. I know Dennis can run long sometimes, but I like to talk to you guys on Facebook, but I know technically on TV we end at a certain time. And I like to eat dinner at a certain time, guys. This is way past my bedtime. We are back from break. Hello, everyone. We're almost at the end of DPL, so I'm going to try to fill out a little bit of this bracket, but we have just about under a minute and a half, so we're going to get a couple of those picks quickly. Guys, I'm going to pick Florida as always. Clemson and Iowa, I'm going to pick Clemson. We're looking at the bracket. Florida got absolutely smashed by Vanderbilt, so I'm going to pick them because they seem to do well. Nebraska, home of the corn. They were undefeated for the longest time this year. North Carolina and VCU. Well, I hate North Carolina because I'm from NC State. My little brother goes there, so I am going to pick them. I'm also going to pick Illinois. We're going to rapid fire some of my picks now, and with some of those picks, we are going to continue to just move really quickly. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to move too fast. I forget that I'm on TV, and I don't want to make you guys sick. But I am going to have Florida taking it, at least in Indianapolis, on this end. Now, I'm going to bring it back to full screen because we are in the last 30 seconds of DPL of Allie Phillips Live. Allie Blake Live is what I meant to say. But I'm having fun so far with you guys. I hope you're enjoying me being here with you because, I always have a good time. And I enjoy it. Now, we're going to fill up the rest of the bracket tomorrow, and we'll fill out the other side. We're going to watch some of the games, and I'm excited to see how we do. This is going to be my ABL bracket. And thank you guys for joining. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, don't forget the newscast tonight, 11. I'll be there, and I want you guys all to have a good time. All righty. So us on Facebook, born and raised in France, soccer and rugby. Wait, that's so cool. Donna loves the Chicago Cubs. Becky from Pinellas Park, hello. Robert from Holiday. Boston Girl, oh, we can still be friends. I'm sure that you're meaning that to Anna Maria. That's okay, too. Have a good evening, everybody. Thank you again for joining. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream because I am starting to get a little hungry out there. But I'll see you guys tonight at the 11. Hopefully my team wins. If you see me sad tonight 11, it's because my team lost. But I'll still act smiley on air for you guys. I will be back. Good night and have a good evening.